I just took delivery of my first electric car ever. This one, it's the Tesla Model 3 and it's kind of a secret model. It's also the first time I've ever filmed myself outside and it's starting to rain, but I wanted to show you that it's actually my car, but I'm going to sit inside and tell you about how my experience was buying this car and why this car is kind of a secret, because this is not a Tesla Model 3 that you can buy via the configurator online. You actually have to have this special model. At least in my country, I think this is going to be a standard model soon. This is a combined of two models, but let me tell you more about it and why I picked this model. The purpose of this video today is one, to tell you how my experience was buying the Tesla, and number two, tell you why I bought a Tesla over all other electric cars, and also to have you hopefully leave a comment with a question down below to this car, so I can make any video in the future on specific questions that you might have on the car. See, this is not a normal unboxing video for me, so I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm not at home right now, so I'm kind of freestyling what I have to say. So my experience with Tesla was surreal. This is the first time I bought a car like this. We met up at this location where I think there was at least 30 people, 30 other couples who were getting, or like people or couples, like some were in two, some were single, who are getting their new Tesla. And we were just in a queue of, I think there was like 10 employees from Tesla just shipping out cars. When we got closer and closer to the location, it's just like one Tesla, two Tesla, three Teslas was just driving towards me. I'm thinking, okay, I'm in the right location now. And I was like, I think there was like 500 Teslas being shipped out or being collected this day, just as you were like in a McDonald's drive-through or something, and you're just getting your new car. This was another like an unreal experience for me, who I had never tried buying a car like this before. This car though is the reason why I call this is the secret Tesla Model 3 is because it's a long range, but only rear wheel drive long range, not a long range with four wheel drive or front and back wheel drive. And this makes this car go even further than the long range car. This is not something that can be configured right now on the website, and this is a 2023 model. And I know there has been sold some of these models before, and I don't know why they stopped selling them. I think it's because they weren't really like selling a lot of them, or that's what I've been researching. But I bought this, and I think my thought here is that now it's getting popular because the price are lower now, and I got this at a special rate. It sits just exactly between the base Model 3 and the long range Model 3 in my country, so I thought that was a good price to have 620 kilometers WLTP. The reason why I bought a Tesla has been my dream car for I think about 10 years now. Let's be honest, the Tesla Model 3 is not my dream car, it's the Tesla Model S. But the difference in my country in price is, I think you can purchase 4 Model 3s for one Model S. So of course, and it's because of tax reasons with a big car and a lot of horsepower and so on. But the Model 3 have a lot of the same stuff. I think it's so close. It's the baby Model S. It looks nice. I think it's much more beautiful than I could ever imagine. And my kids are big enough now so that I don't need to bring, like, I think it's called a pram in English, like you put on the strollers and so on. The kids are closer to the school age now. The Model 3 is quite small. It has the smallest trunk, and I feared the trunk was too small. But with the front trunk and the rear trunk, I think it's big enough for us, or at least I'm like betting it's big enough because I bought the car, right? So that was no longer fear, and I always had this range anxiety to not buying an electric car. I have had the money for some time now to buy an electric car, but I wanted range enough for me to comfortably be going the places that I need to go, and this 620 kilometer model has this range. It's starting to rain in the car, and I don't even know how I'm going to turn on the windscreen wipers yet. I need to say again, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comments, because then I'll make videos replying on these comments. And one of the other main reasons to buy a Tesla is the Tesla charging network. You can see it's raining. Why it's raining the first day I got my new car. But yeah, Tesla charging network, it's just much better than any other charging network. And you could see this all over YouTube. You can see MKBHD testing that with his studio crew, driving all over the US. And the Tesla charging network makes everything else look stupid, which is also why all of the other car manufacturers are now like buying into the Tesla network, because it's simply the best. I think the car looks really beautiful, like compared to any other car. I think the Model 3 looks exactly like the Model S, just smaller. But I figured, now I bought the white car. White is the least expensive or the cheapest car. It was mainly because I couldn't configure the car myself. My dream is actually a red Model S with like the chrome details. They removed the chrome details on the 2023 model, so I could pick between black and white. And I initially wanted the black version, but after seeing it with like, you know, black rims, black windows and black details, I was just like, this car is kind of invisible. And seeing it in real life, I thought the white one actually was prettier. And I never thought I should have a white car, but now I have a white car. So yeah, who knows, when you see stuff in the real life, not just seeing it online on YouTube and so on, some things may look different or feel different to you, which is why I think you should go out and test a Tesla at least a couple of times before buying a Tesla.
So there's two things I forgot to say while I was in the car, is that of course the white color, which I just mentioned I didn't like prefer to get, is because the white color tends to look more dirty, and already after driving less than 100 kilometers it looks dirty. But of course today it's raining. The other thing I forgot to mention was something you have to learn when you are new at driving in an electric vehicle is one pedal drive. This means that you don't actually use the brake pedal, almost never use the brake pedal. And that's new for me, because I used to press the speeder and then like let go of it just to glide and then brake on the brake pedal instead. Every time you let go of the speeder, it brakes, and it do that because it puts power back into the battery. But I feel like already after driving about 100 kilometers, I'm getting the hang of it. I'm learning it slowly, but it's cool and it works well. But it's a new driving experience for me.
My only gripe so far with the car is that the seats are kind of hot, because I'm used to, I can film it down here. This is like fake leather seats. I'm kind of used to like normal fabric seats. There's in cheaper cars, not leather seats. But I think I'm going to get used to this, because it's like my office chair at home, which I have already gotten used to. So yeah, you can get used to all sort of stuff like that. And my biggest delight after purchasing the Tesla, I realized that on this the monitor here, you can put in like personal profiles that adjusts everything. It automatically sets the position to be my favorite position in the car. I don't know if you saw all that, but it adjusts everything just as you want it to. So whenever I use my car, the seat adjusts to me. Whenever my wife uses the car, the seat adjusts to her. And I really love that feature. I know that this is something that looks, that sounds like, okay, it's nothing. But in real life, this is so cool. This combined with the Tesla have everything from the standard. Everything is in this car. If you buy an audio or something else, you have to put in everything as an extra. Like seat adjustments is an extra, and every detail is an extra. Everything is standard in the Tesla.
I just went out to charge my car for the first time, and I noticed one cool extra feature. When I plug it in, I can choose to have it ready for me when I plan to leave in the morning. So instead of just charging while right away when I plugged it in, it will charge in the night at the cheapest charging hours. At least in my country, it's much cheaper to use the power at night than it is a day when everybody else is using the power. Also, it makes the battery ready to drive when you are ready in the morning. And it tells me that for everyday use, I should charge it to 90%. And for longer trips, I should charge it for 100%. And tomorrow I'm going for a longer trip. So I put it for 100% the first charge I'm going to do at home.
But as I said a couple of times, if you have anything you want to ask, please leave it in a comment. Then I'll make a video for you in the future. Or if I don't think a video is worth it, then I maybe just reply to you. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.